BNP Paribas, partenaire des plus belles histoires de Roland-Garros, aux côtés des ramasseurs de balles depuis plus de 50 ans.
Yeah, I think adapting all parts of my game to be more effective. I think adapting is really important, and it's not just on every clay surface it's going to be the same. Every week on clay is different conditions, different court, and yeah, it's kind of the surface that you have to make the most adaptations and adjustments.
Hey Ben, just on the serve as well, I think was it last year you were talking to some of the other American guys about like what is a serve bot, what kind of qualifies for that. Just wonder what you think of that kind of that term, I suppose, and whether it's maybe disrespectful or kind of if it was something you wanted to avoid.
No, I mean I don't think it's disrespectful. I think it just is what it is. It's funny. I think the guys who are serve bots kind of embrace it. I don't view myself as a serve bot, honestly, but I think that there's certain matches where I do serve bot things, and yeah, I think it's kind of a funny joke that we made, or players who are viewed as serve bots made about themselves.
Do you have a threshold in your mind? Do you think there is a kind of a point at which?
Sorry, just for the transcript.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah, do you have a kind of threshold in your mind of what makes a player one? Like, is it about? I think it was like percentage of return games or something.
Yeah, I mean that's what John and Riley always say, who both consider themselves serve bots. That it was like if you're under, your break percentage is under 5% or something like that, then you're considered a bot. So, or somewhere around there. I don't remember exactly. We were talking about it last summer, but yeah, I'd say that that's probably whatever they say is accurate.
You made a semi-final in Open Australia early in the year. Do you have specific goals, specific expectation for Roland-Garros this year?
Not specific goals or expectations. I always want to do better than I did the year before in a tournament, and so for me, I'm trying to go further here than I did last year, and this is a tournament that I love playing, that I think that from year one to year two, I improved a lot. I got a lot better and feeling a lot more comfortable in year three. So yeah, I'm really excited to hopefully go deep, and the slams is where I play my best tennis.
Yes, you're young and maybe you are concerned with the environmental problems. And do you think the players are doing enough to reduce their footprint, in the year? And what do you if you?
Yeah,
so?
yeah. Every year I offset my carbon emissions. I don't know how many players do that, but they have a program through the ATP that you can do that, and that's something that I've been a part of the 2 years that I've been on tour. I think it's something that's pretty easy to do, and yeah, for the most part, it's difficult in being a professional tennis player. You take a lot of flights, you do a lot of traveling. I guess you would say big footprint, but yeah, I'm not the most well versed in the environment and all the impacts of emissions and everything like that. But when the opportunity presents itself, I try to do my part.
Last year, heading into the clay season, or I guess even before that, you did a lot of work with Gabe in terms of trying to improve your movement and learn the movements, things like that. Did you do things? I know he's not with you guys anymore. Did you do sort of similar work heading into this year, and how has that part of your game, do you think, progressed?
Yeah, always do the similar work in my kind of clay block before I come over to Europe, and I think it's huge. I think that no matter the surface, whoever's moving the best is going to be playing the best, and I think that that's one of the things for me that's improved a lot is my movement on the surface. So there's still things that I need to get better. I'm not a complete clay court player yet. I'm not a finished product on the clay. There's still things that we talk about that need to improve for me to be playing at the top and giving myself opportunities to win tournaments, even though I am, making some deep runs in clay court events now. I have a title on clay. There's just, a lot of things that I'm continually trying to improve and work on.
And is there a new?
Just for the transcripts, I'll give you the mic. Thank you.
Is there a new Gabe? Is there someone else whose focus is that? I mean, I know Lang works with your strength and conditioning, but
Yeah, no, not yet. Not right now. I think that it's maybe something that I'll add back in at some point, but I think that that's kind of like an area that is kind of strength and conditioning, but also kind of tennis. So your tennis coach should be able to, put you through similar drills and movements. And yeah, so that's kind of just been something that we've done, and you could say by ourselves. But once you learn how to do things or what works for you, it's pretty easy to replicate it.
Hi, Ben. Are you, when you're in this part of the season, are you looking ahead to getting on grass, or do you not think at all about what's next?
No, try to stay in the moment. I think about every time I'm at the slam or a slam, it's, my best opportunity, my favorite, one of my 4 favorite tournaments to play, my favorite format. And, it's kind of like the moments that I live for. I love playing at the biggest events. I love playing at the slams. They always have the best crowds, the most energetic crowds, the best atmospheres. And so for me, I'm not looking forward at all. You just kind of have to put the mindset, no matter what tournament it is, being a Grand Slam, no matter how I rank the 4, they're still the 4 biggest and most important tournaments in the world. And I think that this is a tournament that Americans haven't had huge success in. 26 years since a finalist, something like that. Yeah. So I think that this is a really cool opportunity for Americans. You do something big in an event like this, it really means something. So this is a challenge, not my natural surface that I grew up playing on, but a surface that I want to become great on, and certainly a tournament that I want to, do really well and have deep runs, if it's not this year, and the following years, and make something special happen.
Do you remember the first time you even hit on or practiced on red clay?
Yeah, I mean, at the USTA in Orlando, we have red clay. We call it Italian red clay. I don't know. But over here, the first time playing on red clay was Estoril in 2023. Ended up getting food poisoning there, so great first memories. But I'd say that was probably the first time, over here, being in the environment, playing on the clay, and, having the feel of European red clay.
First time hitting on grass, when would that have been?
First time on grass was at, what do they call that practice site? At Wimbledon in 2023. No. Where they play qualies?
Roehampton?
Yeah, Roehampton, 2023, before Queens. That was my first time.
So never in the States?
No. I mean, I live in Florida, so grass is just dirt if you try to cut it that short.
Just want to follow up because I hadn't seen you since then. You had an odd doubles match in Monaco with some sort of afterward comments. I'm wondering if you guys ever talked about that and his injury withdrawal afterwards and stuff. It just seemed like a strange episode.
Yeah, it was a strange episode for sure. I thought it was a normal tennis play. I never play with malice or ill intentions in doubles. The same match I got hit in the chest too. Popped in the chest, and I think it's a normal part of doubles, and that's what all the doubles players after the fact have come up to me and said in the locker room, like, dude, you hit a normal shot on a normal play. I'm not really sure what the issue was, so I haven't really thought about it in weeks now, but yeah, it was interesting.
Did you talk to him at all afterwards?
No.
Hey Ben, I always enjoy your interactions with your box and your dad. And your dad, for me, it seems like he's more technical than most people. Like when you're on court and giving you advice. What do you want from your box? Like in the middle of a match when you're, I guess, trying to play clear-headed and play your best tennis.
Yeah, it depends. I want energy for sure. If things are going great, you know, energy is good. Corrections are good. It's interesting because, you know, not many coaches out here have been with their players as long as my dad's been with me, and he's been really the only coach that I've ever like worked with and said is, you know, my coach. He probably has watched every match I've played for the last 6 years, and you know, every match that's videoed that I've ever played. So yeah, I can take a lot from him because I know that he understands me and my game very well. And yeah, I think it just depends on where I'm at energy wise, where my game's at. And I think my box does a really good job of kind of reading that, getting engaged with where I'm at and, you know, helping me the best way they can. Thank you. Technical, you mean like strategic? Yeah, I mean, I guess technical and strategic. It just depends. Sometimes I don't need it, but sometimes if things are going wrong, or I'm getting beat in a certain pattern that I need to get out of, or I'm missing a certain shot the same type of way, and I need to make a small adjustment, whether it's footwork or weight transfer, body control, whatever it may be, the toss on my serve, then it's something that I'm not afraid to hear and, you know, make a small correction, but time and place, obviously. Thanks.